We argue every single.
City of New Haven meeting agenda, Youth Services Committee. Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Meeting can be viewed on Board of Alders YouTube. Board of Alders New Haven notice. The Youth Services Committee will meet in person on Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025 at 6 p.m. Located at 165 Church Street, 2nd floor, Board of Alders Chamber, New Haven, Connecticut, to hear from the city's Youth and Recreation Department on upcoming programming and events. Per order, Honorable Kimberly Edwards, Chair. Attest, Honorable Michael Smart, City Clerk. If you need an accessibility-related accommodation, please contact 203-946-7651 voice or 203-946-8582 TTY. In accordance with the City of New Haven COVID-19 policies, masks are now optional at meetings. Public may send comments to public testimony at newhavenct.gov. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to ask our Youth and Recreation Department to come up, and I'm also going to have the committee members introduce themselves. I'm going to start from my right.
Frank Redensi, Ward 15.
Aisha Walker Myers, Ward 23.
And Kimberly Edwards, Ward 19. Thank you, committee members, for being here tonight. And once again, our Youth and Recreation Department is here, and we love when this department comes. So just for the record, we just need you to make sure you state your name and address for the record, please.
Gwendolyn Williams, Director 19, Artisan in New Haven, Connecticut.
Ronald Huggins, 15 Westerly Road, New Haven, Connecticut.
Eric Lee, 165 Church Street.
Alicia Shashinka, 720 Edgewood Avenue.
And thank you all for being here again. You may begin.
Thank you. We are going to keep it nice and short for everyone. Good afternoon. Good to see you from the summer. We had a very restful summer. I have with me my upper management for the department, who is going to bring to you information about each of their silos, activities for the summer, from this past summer that has been completed, and then we will move directly into programming for up to December 31st. Whoever wishes to.
I guess I'll start.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Hello? Make sure you can hear me. All right. So unofficially, we had a campaign within our department called SAFE. We stood for Students and Families Engaged. So I'm just going to run off a bunch of programs that happened this summer under that initiative. So Family Fun Day, 6 parks serving over 5,000 New Haven residents, free food, haircuts, bunch of city different departments and vendors. We did bike raffles, gift card raffles, all through our state enhancement grant. And the last one was a collaboration with the health department on their Mama's Love event, which was an event to push vaccine promotion for Latoya Glasper, who passed away within our department. We also did DMV Day, which serviced over 200 intergenerational households. All of our youth, our work students, and any New Haven student that came and went to New Haven Public School received a free Connecticut non-driver ID from a grant that Dr. Williams was able to secure. 300 students between the ages of 4 months and 12 years old received a month of free life-saving swimming lessons through a collaboration with our department in the Goldfish Swim School. Through our enhancement grant, we were able to purchase ring cameras and are currently still distributing them with the help of some alders and New Haven Police Department members as well. Skills in the Park, 5 Saturdays, 5 parks with NBA Pro, Ron Mays, different parts of the city, teaching our students basic basketball skills. We assisted New Haven Public Schools and the Health Department with their promotion for their vaccines and physicals for students returning to coming to kindergarten, 7th grade, 10th grade, and there's one other grade, but I'm lost right now. Stuff Your Bag event took place. 1,500 New Haven residents were serviced, received free haircuts, by Madge and Rob, which are two local barbers, free school supplies, and we have free food, which was cooked by the Chef Christie Experience. Our wonderful president of the board cooked some baked beans. Doreen from our finance department made mac salad, and I made some pasta salad, so that was pretty good. We did Move It Mondays every Monday in the month of August. 150 families, three different trainers doing family fun fitness at Bowen Field from 6 to 7:30, getting families outdoors engaged, and they also did food nutrition for those who attended. Our summer busing, we were able to help service and support 40 sites to receive busing this summer. Our summer guide was distributed to all 22,000 students. Our fall guide is set to come out October 1st of this year. Under our Youth Connect program, just a couple of things to highlight. Our navigators have been assisting with violence throughout the summer and at all of the community games and community reunions. Our navigators also assisted our partner CTVIP with some mediations that needed to happen amongst kids that cross both programs. We strengthened our MOU with probation, so we've seen an increase in referrals from juvenile probation for our Youth Connect program. Currently, there's 50 students being serviced directly through the program, and an estimated another 100 students when you include the circle of influence. As you know, Youth Connect seeks to go after the nucleus or the main leader as it relates to young people. We did reach out to all of our principals as the school year came just to offer them support and assistance when needed. We're excited to announce that through our Youth Connect program, we were able to formalize a partnership with Elm City Communities. It's been a true smooth transition from the hard work that started with Dr. Karen to Shanae to provide yard with vouchers to support unhoused youth and youth affected by violence that are connected with our Youth Connect program and or our yard program. So we're extremely excited about that. Currently, our teams are working yard, CTVIP, dropout prevention, Kermit, Carolina, the SROs, the community members have spread out at McDonald's on Welly in the downtown to be able to deter students from engaging in negative behavior. On the very first day, we've seen about 800 students. As of today, we've seen less than 20. So, the goal is to keep that up and just to send a message out to young people that, we're positively occupying the space. And thinking forward, a couple of things coming up. We're working on, and I know Eric will probably go more into it, but a Youth at Work mini series to be able to provide some soft skills training. We did do a common read this summer for our young people to all kind of read a common book. YSB under Ernie will be doing some game training and prevention for families in partnership with CTVIP again. Our winter coat project with Dalio is set to launch in October. I'm sorry. The second or third week in October, we should be receiving a shipment of coats in from them. And the last couple of things, Yard, UCA, and Youth Entrepreneurs Incorporated will be collaborating to present a youth version of Black Wall Street. All youth entrepreneurs. That's going to happen October 10th from 2 to 6 at Coogan Pavilion. Thank you, Felicia, publicly for helping to secure the space for us. And the last two things to note is we will be working with Job Corps, collaborating with them on a recruitment project to inform students not only about the opportunities that they offer as far as training in trades, but also housing for some of our young people in the city as well. And last but not least, we did support Unity in the Community, which they took the winners of the Hill Reunion and the Newhallville Reunion, brought those two communities together at Gulf Street Park and allow for those two neighborhoods, the young people in those two neighborhoods to play in a championship game. And we're glad to announce that that went over smooth with no major issues.
Thank you. We're going to pass it over to our business manager, Erica Blake, who will give you more in-depth details about Youth at Work.
So we had a pretty successful summer. We were able to hire approximately 787 students this summer. We had over about 100 work sites that range from agriculture, sports, administrative work, things like that. We had them in about 3 different sessions. Our first session started on the 23rd, our second session started on July 1st, and our third session started on July 7th. The reason for that was because of the building schedule for the Board of Education. The program ran for about 5 weeks. Each student was paid $16.50 an hour for 25 hours a week. On our final check day, we were able to have an employee appreciation day at the Walter Ralph Skating Rink, which was filled with ice cream, pizza, and some games. We are now gearing up to piggyback of what Ronald said before for a mini Youth at Work series for the year-round program. Our first launch is actually going to be a collaboration with the New Haven Tutoring Initiative, and they're gearing up to launch for September 15th. And then from there, we're going to run a smaller Youth at Work program this year after that, which starts on October 6th.
Thank you, Erica. We're now going to go over to our recreation side and ask Deputy Shashenka to please let us know what's happening at 720.
Absolutely. Thank you, Director Williams, and everyone here. Summer camps, I think, went fantastic this year. Summer camps, over 14 camps, 7 weeks, over 500 kids. We had movies in the park, 6 different movies, over 500 people attended the movies. We sent our fun bus out Monday through Thursday at different parks in the city. Over 50 kids a day participated in different events over there. We had a summer development, which we did with the Hill House track coaches, over 325 kids for 3 days a week for 4 weeks over at Bowen Field, and we partnered with a wellness component this year. So we had the New Haven Health Department, Yale New Haven Hospital, and the Hispanic Health Council come out and do piggyback off of a component to do wellness for the kids, whether it was mental health wellness, and or how to eat correctly, how to exercise on a daily, and that was extremely successful. Ran a pickleball program over at Wilbur Cross 3 days a week. It's still going on. There's over 350 participants in that clinic. We have what we call our urban crew, which hopefully you guys have seen some of their work. They did over 40 boxes of tagged boxes in the city. And also we got late notice from LCI about see-click fix issues that needed, tags that needed to be fixed. So they did 40 tags and kind of cleaned up all the see-click fix issues. Beach swimming, our numbers were up. There were over 80 people in the water daily out at Lighthouse Point Park. It was just a great summer. We just had a lot of activity happening. Fall programs are going to start up. Starts next week. Tennis is the first one that was going to happen starting September 15th. And we have a girls' high school fall league that will be servicing over 120 girls. And then we're going to be doing a middle school clinic right after that from September 20th to November 20th. Free clinic for middle school girls, having the high school girls running the program. And that'll be over at Clinton Avenue School from 2 to 3 on Saturdays starting September the 20th. Swimming lessons will start the first Monday of October, 5 days a week to increase the number of students being taught how to swim in the city. It'll be 5 sessions of lessons for 5 weeks of lessons. We are kind of under construction with our website and our programs, and everything will be up and going in October. And our focus this year is middle school kids, to increase the number of kids playing middle school sports, also partnering with Justice Education and trying to get girls programs, more girls programming in the city with sports, arts, and social programs. Our signature events, just so that you can, and I will send this out to everybody. The trunk or treat will be Friday, October 31st. We expect to see that nice car of the Alders at Southern Connecticut State University from 5:30 to 7:30. The Thanksgiving giveaway will be, the agency will be on Wednesday, November 19th. The regular community part will be on Thursday, November 20th at Edgewood Park. And Friday is what we call the agency rebound. Friends of Rudolph will be on Sunday, December 7th, 9 to 3 at Southern Connecticut State University. And our summer camps for next year will be June 29th to August the 7th.
Yes. So we bring up the rear here. First, let me say how lucky am I to have such wonderful administrators that When I leave, I can actually leave everything behind, phone, computer, nothing, and they make sure that the department runs flawlessly in my absence. So I'm grateful to this team that I have presented in front of you for the work that they do. And again, I publicly thank each of them for making my job so much easier, making me look good. In regards to ARPA, so the ARPA for Youth and Recreation is at officially sunsets December 26th, but I have spent all my money. So doing programming for the city, we are closing out our expansion grants, and so this is the last year for about 13 organizations of the dollars under ARPA. We are very grateful to the alders to have entrusted us with those dollars. We hope that you were satisfied with the work that came out from our department using the ARPA dollars. There are some programs that have to sunset, but there are others that we are going to continue on, such as the Family Fun Day that we are doing. We are continuing sports grants. It may be a smaller amount, but we're going to be continuing the sports grants. As we said in the beginning of ARPA, it was extremely important for us that we were able to continue programming, sustain programming that we started in those initiatives. We have been able to leverage relationships such as with DMV to be able to continue the photos, and those will continue for a while. The relationships we have established in MOUs of sharing information, not just with New Haven Public Schools, but with the state of Connecticut, such as juvenile probation, to make sure that we are bringing the best and most cohesive services for the young people that we are servicing. I am extremely proud of the work that is coming out of the Youth and Recreation Department. And again, we thank you for your support. And so we will field any questions that you may have of us at this time.
Thank you very much. Vice Chair?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And thank you for your presentation. The first set of questions I have is in reference to the partnership we said you have with Elm City Communities.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that program? I would like to know how many vouchers you have, how are people chosen to receive the vouchers, and how do the referrals come in?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So, so the voucher program, thank you. Under the Youth and Rec Department, there were 3 buckets of vouchers. The first one was a outstanding allotment of 56 vouchers, with 20 of those going directly to Project Longevity, which left 36 for our department and Office of Violence, Community Resilience. And so of that, at the time prior to this team that's currently coming in, 33 of the 36 vouchers were already in lease. So under that program, they're doing some working with Housing Authority to kind of vet who should actually be in lease, who's actually still, because as a requirement of the program, you still need to be connected with a city department in order to still be on the lease for the program. So they're working internally to try to figure out who of those 33 are actually in lease and involved with a city program. Moving on, so which allows 3 of the 36 from that pile to be used for emergency youth housing. And so with emergency youth violence housing, the way that looks is it will come with as a tiered program. Depending on the need, we get the support from whether it's the police department, juvenile probation or parole, working with us to say, hey, this is a family that's in need. Here, Gwen and I are going through assessing a family based upon what's their involvement with us, what the police department is saying, and we're tiering for those 3 vouchers to see which young people need to be moved by priority. So that's how the first 36 pile works. Under that pile, there's 2 other piles. One is a pile of 20, which is unhoused youth. And so that can extend to a family that is unhoused, meaning whether they're couch surfing, but they don't have a consistent place to lay their head at night. And under that is also a component for violence, because sometimes we know a family is unhoused from stable housing because of violence going on in the community, which makes them have to couch surf and seek safety in another area. So that tranche of 20 vouchers will be used for those emergencies that come up. Now, as one of the requirements of that, you do have to be connected with our Youth Connect program, working with our navigators, in order to even be eligible for that. So it is not for someone to say, hey, New Haven has vouchers, we're gonna move to New Haven. You have to already be working with the Youth and Rec Department or our Youth Connect program in order to even check the first box as a requirement. Moving on to the other pile, there's a pile of 20, which is considered McKinney-Vento. And under that pile of 20, those vouchers are allotted for a collaboration with the New Haven Public Schools as they administer the McKinney-Vento process. And so after they go through that process with Board of Ed, they'll work closely with Velma.
Yes.
No, with Velma, who's the Director of Homeless Services, who will take the lead on that pile. So that's how the 3 piles with the vouchers are split up.
Okay, so the first set of vouchers, 33 out of the 56 are already spoken for.
So of the 56, the city of New Haven received 36 of them. Of the 36 vouchers we received, so there's 56 vouchers that's being just for violence, for violence interruption programs. Of that 36, 33 are currently under lease through the prior team before OVP.
I think to answer the question, as they become unleased, they come back to us to be able to then give to another family. Does that kind of answer your question? Did that?
Yeah, I'm getting the numbers clear in my head. Okay, I can move on for this. I already know about this. I'll have follow-up questions if you allow, Madam Chair.
Keep on, please.
Okay, so I'll come back to that. Can you talk a little bit about you said that it will be the year round program for youth at work that will be starting. Can you tell me the number of youth at work year round that we had last year?
The year round that we had last year was about 225.
Yeah.
It was approximately 225. This year is only going to be 40. Why? Because the dollars that we had were ARPA dollars that we used, and we have expended all of those dollars. So the $2 million that was given to us from ARPA from the city of New Haven has been expended. The $1 million that I just built that today that was given to us from Representative Walker has been expended, and we use that to get through summer because the goal was to hire as many students as possible. So every dollar has been exhausted. We are back now to what I said, the pre-ARPA, which comes directly out of my budget.
So that number is 40, right? Pre-ARPA is 40.
No, pre-ARPA, yes, post-ARPA. Post-ARPA is now 40, which was our year-round program for this year.
And then you said that you are doing a collaboration with the Reading Initiative. Out of those 40, right? How many is going to the Reading?
12.
12 of those. Okay, so the Reading Initiative ones aren't in addition to what you normally do for your year-round. It's actually coming from the year-round number.
Correct. So what I do is that when I budget, I see how many dollars I have for the year. And based on that, I back into the number of students I have. Right. From the number of students, I know I will be able to employ 40 young people. And now that's even a stretch because I didn't realize the minimum wage was going up. But so yeah. So now that minimum wage is going up, this purse string is really getting tight. So I knew that I would be able to do 40 solid young people. And out of that 40, 12 was requested for the tutoring initiative. So what we're going to do, we are still working on dollars to come in. We're hitting other pools. It is possible that in January, after January, we will be able to expand the program for more young people, but if I don't get another dollar, I'm able to employ the 40 young people. And so the tutoring initiative, our own recreation program, and then we support a New Haven public school site.
Okay, I like in addition to versus the opposite way, but that's just me. And then, the trunk or treat, I'm excited. We will,
Thank you.
okay, we will probably be there.
You all won. Did they win or did they have the honorable
No,
mention?
we got a lot, but we did okay.
You had the honorable mention. You're gonna win that one?
We're gonna start.
Y'all working on it now.
Yeah, we're gonna start tomorrow. Okay, so I heard a lot of things. I heard that ARPA funding is, no longer, which we all are aware of that. We're feeling it everywhere, in the city. But one thing I didn't hear mentioned when we talked about our program from now until the end of the year, I heard nothing about the youth concert.
I'm not able, I don't have the bandwidth to support concert. The concerts cost us about $350,000, which means the money that I would receive from, that was approved for me, I would be spending over a third of my budget. And that is not fiscally sound for me to do. Yes.
Okay, how about a smaller scale? Because did we have a youth concert before we received ARPA funding? For some strange reason in my head, I think we did.
I am unsure. Yes, we did it under Jason Bartlett. We did do it under him. Not being in the position that I am in now, I am unsure of how the dollars that he used to get it, but for the level of concert that we were doing, and the prices have gone up, you know, for the artists as well. So when P&B Rock came, it is not the same price as what they're charging now. And so in order to get a reputable artist to come in, we're looking at the artist fee themselves, anywhere from $125,000 to $175,000. The venue runs us about $30,000, sound runs us about $10,000, and then all of the amenities that come with the artist. So from food to travel to limousine. And so the hip hop concert itself usually ran us about $250,000. The gospel concert ran us about $110,000. So again, I fiscally cannot take that from my budget. So if we can figure out a way to do something smaller, we definitely will look into it. But as of right now, I am not able to do the concerts.
Now, my last question, if I may, Madam Chair.
You may.
So when we're doing, basically when we're doing a budget and things like that, it's absent the concert to start because the ARPA funding is on.
Yeah, all of
It's not included in.
Yeah, that was all through ARPA funding when we had it. So you remember we had it for 3 years. So I was able to do all of that for the 3 years. And I tried, but I just could not squeeze it out.
Okay, well, you know, so the youth department always do things that support the youth, and we always yield a big return on the things that we do. So if we can look at how to do something on a much smaller scale, I think it would be important. The reason why I'm asking all these questions is because I'm trying to get together in my brain the next set of conversations that I need to have with the city. So I'm glad that we have our deputy chief of staff here, because I think that the way we prioritize things is going to be really important, since the ARPA money is not here anymore, right? We don't have endless amounts of money or anything, but I think the programs that have a large impact on a larger number of things, we should put our heads together, because we're all really smart, and figure out how we could do it. And if it's not on the same scale, that's fine. It doesn't have to be that level of artist, but I think it's worth looking at. A lot of kids that have the opportunity to go to that concert at a cheaper rate, that is the only concert they will ever go to in their life. That is life-changing for kids that come from the inner city and places like that. So I'm very, very interested in trying to work along with you guys to figure out how these set of things actually happen going forward. So I'll stop right there because I have like more questions, but I'm gonna yield and give somebody else a chance. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Any other questions from committee members?
Quick.
Alder Denti?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just have a quick question. Thank you for your presentation. About the swimming program, what pools will be used for the swimming program?
So the swimming program is always based on what is available. I'm sorry, Alicia, did you want to answer? I was ready to answer because I heard that and I cut her off, so I apologize. I will yield to.
So we're gonna be using John Martinez, and the Hill House pool until any other pools become available. As soon as the other pools become available, we will start using them as they come online.
Gotcha. Thank you. That's all I have, Madam Chair.
That was definitely a better answer than what I would do.
I said walk the water.
Madam Vice Chair? You ready? I'm fine. Let's do it.
I'm all over the paper.
It's okay, be all over the paper. It's important that we ask these questions. So we know what's happening.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you again for your presentation. Okay, I'm going back to the referrals for the vouchers, because I just want to make sure I'm like really clear on how that works. Can you explain a little bit? I forgot the terminology you used when you said 33 of them have to be in, like, I don't remember. In-house or,
So
what does that mean?
33 of them are currently in lease. So what that means is that prior to the Office of Community Resilience forming the way it is now with the new leadership and management that it has, those vouchers were already earmarked to be working with the city. The administration, so under Dr. DeBose, she had already started the process of earmarking vouchers for the city. Unfortunately, under the prior administration that was the head of Project Fresh Start, which is what it was called at the time, they leased 33 individuals. When this new administration, Community Resilience, looked at the 33 individuals, none of those 33 are currently connected with the city, which was a requirement of the Housing Authority and of that voucher pool. Now, that just to be very clear, that voucher pool of 36 was originally supposed to be an equal split between Community Resilience, Project Fresh Start, the different names in the youth department. Unfortunately,
We were not aware.
we were not aware, just being very transparent.
And the vouchers were
Yes,
all
all
these
yes.
out except for 3.
And now those 3 that are available are and as the pool, as Gwen said, as the lease opens up, we will prioritize the need because our 2 departments are now trying our best to work together and communicate.
And that all happened under the office of where?
It was,
Project Fresh Start at the time.
yeah, reentry project.
They have like 3 different names. So the
I
transit,
know.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who was in charge, because if the agreement was to be a certain thing, that's what actually should have been followed. So I don't know. So that you said the name of it is Project, which one?
Fresh Start.
Okay. Okay, because it seems like 3 vouchers, which is fine, because that adds to the 20 unhoused youth and that adds to the 20 mental. That's fine, but it seems like we have a number of different youth that's unhoused right now. And if 15 vouchers supposed to go one way, that's where it's supposed to go. I think that's just like how we have to continue to do business in the city. And I'm glad that the 2 city entities are actually working together now so that the communication is there. But I still want to figure out what happened in this situation. And if that takes talking to somebody about more vouchers, that could be a thing too, but I need to figure out before doing something like that. I think that might be it, Madam Chair, because I need to do some research on my own before I start asking questions.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions or comments from members of the committee? No? I agree with you. I'm gonna make a quick comment, brief. I agree with you, Madam Vice Chair / President, on doing the research to figure out what went wrong where and how we correct it, so that we don't have any more misplaced or.
Madam Chair, I do want to say it has been corrected. And so we are now sitting at the table, so I cannot speak to what happened in the past, but right now, I just want you all to know that it has been corrected. It is great communication with us and the administration at ECC, as well as between the two directors, myself and Director Kemp. And so we have a clear understanding of working with one another. So I don't want you to think that we are not working together now. I don't know if we're going to be able to correct what happened prior to us coming to the table, but it has been corrected now.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, I didn't want y'all to go guns a-blazing.
Yes.
I was past that. I
Yeah,
already
you were past
said
that.
that. I said it was great
Together now. And thank you for actually reiterating that point, because it is very important that our departments are working together and our mission is the same. So I just I'll close it out. If committee members say they have nothing else, thank you. Thank you for the work that you all do. Thank you for this presentation. I always say it's important for people to know what great and hard work your department does continuously for the youth and families in our city. So it is important that we highlight it as much as we can, that we spread the word as much as we can. And I'm gonna thank you all again for the 14th time, because your department is a great department and is near and dear.
Well, we appreciate you and thank you for being biased. We take it all.
Yes.
Thank you to our youth committee, because you all do support us 100%. And so, to Madam Vice Chair / President, whenever you want to meet to talk, or to the committee, if you want to have the offline about what it would take and the cost and how we chose artists and all that, we're more than happy to have a conversation. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. So thank you again. And we look forward to winning first place.
We're gonna win first.
This year, because I was all excited
Well,
about October
I
31st.
will say, y'all won first place on the candy break.
We did.
That
Thank you.
candy break, all of the candy.
We really did. We didn't need to borrow candy.
Wow.
Would you like to?
We adjourn.
Second.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Motion is made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We are now adjourned.
Adjourned.